Welcome back. Out Loud is a talk show giving a voice to the Bronx LGBTQ plus community and telling the Bronx their stories. Joining us to tell us more is producer and host of Out Loud, Anthony Parker. Anthony, see, I told you I was going to butcher your name.
Thanks for having me.
Day has been crazy today.
Yes.
So thank you for joining us. You are an Access producer here with BronxNet, right?
Yes.
How long have you been an Access producer?
I have been an Access producer for about a year now.
Excellent. So you took the studio production class.
Yes.
I love to see people who want to get their information out there come and take advantage of the classes we have here at BronxNet and put their show out there. You didn't waste any time.
No, yes, and I'm thankful to BronxNet for giving me the platform to do so.
So tell us about the show. Out Loud is the name. Why did you decide to name it that? And what are some of the topics that you're covering?
Sure. Well, Out Loud is just, I think the title goes along with the show, just living like out loud and, you know, yourself, really. And it gives a voice to the LGBT community, which was something that I felt that was lacking, and aims to make people aware of the different resources that are available locally and the safe spaces. And we have, you know, and create conversation too around issues that impact the LGBTQ plus community. And we have on artists and performers, so it's a fun time too.
So what inspired you to do this, to say, you know what, I'm going to be the voice of change. I'm going to make sure that I'm providing this platform.
Yeah, well, I felt that a voice was lacking here in the Bronx, specifically for the LGBT community, and I am passionate about my community too. And I went to school for film production, so it's kind of been a blending of two of my passions, really.
And what have you learned so far? I mean, I'm sure in your research and trying to provide the information, what are some of the resources that you've found here in the Bronx that are helping the community?
Yes, it has been a learning experience for me too. I have learned about a lot of the history of the LGBT community here in the Bronx. We've had on in the first episode of the show, Bronx Academy of Arts and Dance, otherwise known as BAD.
And BAD has been in the community
for so long. And they've really been a consistent safe place for the LGBT community. I've learned just about the history through them too. We've also had on the New York Transgender Bodybuilding Federation, so we brought in the conversation about the trans community too with them. So I've learned a lot about the resources, but also even more about my community worldwide and locally too.
I mean, I love that. So now you've had season 1.
Yes.
And now season 2 is coming up.
Yes.
What can we expect for season 2?
Well, in the first episode of the show, I said that the community really does exist so far beyond just the L, the G, the B, and the T, and that's so true. So I am continuing the show's mission of really telling everyone's story in the community, the story this season. And, you know, I want to make sure that everyone's voice is heard. In the first episode airing next week, we have the editor of the Riverdale Press, Michael Hinman, who is going to talk about the LGBT community and how it's covered in the news. And then we have on a performer, a recording artist named Robert Garcia, who has a really inspiring life story, who has experienced homelessness and things like that due to being LGBT. And they're going to have a performance for us too, so I'm excited for it. I'm excited for everyone to see it.
What's your story? Because you were talking about, you know, this gentleman, but I'm sure you have a story as well. You know, what message do you want to make sure? Are you the host of the show?
Yes, I am.
So what message would you like to give to the community?
You know, one thing with this show too, I want to, maybe it was someone who is struggling at home with understanding things about themselves. Maybe they see the show and, you know, it sparks an interest in learning more about themselves, or helps them understand themselves better. And maybe there's people outside of the community who don't understand certain things. And I want to, you know, maybe hopefully have them learn something too by seeing this show. So yeah, that's really my message of just, like I say in the show many times, we're all humans at the end of the day. And I want, you know, everyone to understand that we're all the same, you know.
Excellent. So when does it air? Mondays at 7:30,
yes,
correct?
That's our new time slot. Yep.
Mondays, and tell us where we can catch it. Are you streaming as well?
Yes. Well, it will be on, you know, on BronxNet on the BX Omni channel, and then it is available on YouTube the following day.
Excellent. And any more information that you would like to give to the audience?
Yeah, so we have a website too, outloudtalk.com, where you can stay up to date with all things Out Loud. And if there's anyone who would like to come on the show and share their story or the work that they're doing for the LGBT community here, they can submit using the Be on the Show tab at the top of our website.
Excellent. Anthony, thank you so much for joining us.
Me.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Out Loud's new time slot, as Anthony mentioned, is at 7:30 p.m. on BX Omni on Optimum Channel 68 or Verizon Fios Channel 34. The new season begins Monday, March 2nd. For more information, you can visit their website at outloudtalk.com, and you can also follow them on Instagram at outloudtv.tv. We've come to the end of our show today. I'd like to thank all of our guests for joining us and you, the viewers, for tuning in. If you missed any part of today's show, you can catch the recablecast at 5 and 10 p.m. on Optimum Channel 67, Verizon Fios 33, or watch anytime on the web at bronzenet.org. You can catch a brand new episode of Open with Rena Valentine on Friday. That wraps it up for us here on the set of Open. I'm Veronica Guity, and remember to keep this channel wide open and to always let your light shine.